Okay, so we are going to start. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, and we are at the Haar Castle. So this is where we're going to tour today. It's supposed to be the largest castle in the Netherlands. It's cool. And this is just the front entryway, so I don't know if this is historic or not, but we'll find out. We're loaded full of coffee and ready to go. Okay, so here we've got the Haar Castle. So we're just walking in. They're doing some work on the gardens here and whatnot. So, as I said before, it's supposed to be the largest castle in the Netherlands. See the church off to the right, and then I'm guessing that's the main building in the middle, and then some other building over here. I don't know if this video will do it justice, but it is absolutely massive. Like, I expected big when I thought castle, but is this like our first real castle we've ever gone to?
Full moat and everything, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, Jody and I went to Versailles 20-some years ago, and that, I guess, is a palace or a castle or something. But I mean, it wasn't like this. This is like the old, get out your coat of armor and your swords and Haar, whatever they.
Isn't Haar a pirate?
I don't know. We're just spitballing here. So anyway, so that's what we're going to tour here today, and we'll see what's up. Okay, and then here we are on the other side. So you saw the front kind of entrance, and here you can see what it looks like on the back, and I don't know what the little house is. There's the big house. Here's the moat. And while you might think they might have been just into koi ponds and whatnot, this was actually for defense. And then there's the castle. Got the little entryway with the drawbridge, the church, and all the park grounds. Oh, they got a reflecting pond. I would love to know if this is like Versailles, because it does look straight, doesn't it? I know when we were in Versailles, Jody and I were impressed because they made it so it widened. Doesn't look like that, but it widened as it went so that it looked square when you stood at one end.
But I looked at that, and beyond the dash where it said you should be able to.
They're doing some restoration right now too. There's the castle. We're now out here at the deer park, and you can see why it's named that for obvious reasons. I guess this is their deer high fence. Must be not able to jump over that. And then here's the deer. I believe they're relatively used to people. And then you got a whole bunch more out there in the distance. Deer barn. And then a bridge that goes back. I don't know that we'll get through all of it, but there's huge grounds around this castle. So got here a little bit early, so we thought we'd just walk the grounds. Pretty though.
You get crocodiles in these?
I'm gonna go with negatory. And let's see what else we got.
Covered bridge, this does.
Ooh. Covered bridge. Okay, so we did the Haar Castle. We're gonna do the Haar Castle Deer Park picnic area. Coffee. I mean, may not need any more of that. Okay, so here we are in the main entry area of the castle, and as you can see, this is intense. Jeepers. It's gonna be a 100-foot ceiling. Multiple levels, all carved in.
It's cool.
I think that's one of the only places they tend
It's a game room. And then this is looking out the front. That's where we came in. Pew pew. And I think they call it a snooker or something. Okay, this is pretty cool. All gargoyles.
On the corners.
Okay. Okay, so here is the dining room. Dining table. Ornate woodwork all around here with their silverware.
Olha só esse prato. Imagina comer esse prato.
Alright. Okay, so this is the coat of arms up above that door. And he was just telling us about the family who bought this. And then in recent times, and would come and spend the month of September here. But apparently that was the wealthiest family in Europe. I'm going to have to do some research because I didn't understand the name.
Just a little partner.
And then they sold it to a foundation, and it's owned by a foundation today. Oh my. And here's what it looks like from above.
We get to go up one more.
The second floor's got a bunch of like bedrooms, one after another after another. And mirrors all above. All right, so this is the dressing room, just kind of off of the main room here.
Speak English?
Yes.
You must imagine this house was rebuilt on the
Okay, so here we go down another staircase. I'm just gonna say these staircases in Europe they're serious.
No rush.
Oh, shoot.
Put your big paws down.
Oh, I'm working. Hey, the outside's can fit my big paws. Oh, so this would be one of those corners of the castle.
The little holes.
And these would be the little holes that they would fend off any attackers.
Around your head.
And here we go. Dog food, I guess. Snacks for the dogs. Oh, we're down into the kitchen quarters. Oh wow, you gotta take a picture the other way. You missed half of them. There we go. That's awesome. Okay, here we are at, it's called the Tulip Barn. What do you think about this, Joan?
I love it. This is what I dreamt it to be.
So, we've got tulips and tulip. We drove by a whole bunch on the way in. It's pretty cool. Here's a little bit better one here. Tulips. This is cool because you do get to see. You do get to see a bunch of different colors. There was a cool one when we came in though that was solid red. You can see it all the way over there. I think that was the solid red when we drove by. And then over here they've got a little snack bar. You can get snacks. And I know you're not going to be able to smell this, but it smells as you would expect. Amazing. So probably about 10 million Instagram posts per day come out of here.
Ja.
So there we go. I'll get you some more here in a bit. Look at the 360 picture up here too.
拍个视频吧，一笔。视频在视频里面。
If I hold this straight up, if I do it this way.
Can you see what they're going to look like?
What the what?
Those high photos?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so here we are at the Strand Norwich Beach, North Sea, coast of the Netherlands. So if you come over here, I do not know what that city is down there, but there's a city, I'm gonna guess Rotterdam maybe, but city down there. Then off in the distance that direction I think is I think it might be oil rigs, or it's something with ships moored alongside. Then you got the big North Sea wind farm that goes all around there. And then you go to the far end and you have, I believe, looks to me like a oil refinery. And then we have some parasailers, I guess you'd call it, here on the beach. So, hey Judd, those parasailers on the beach. And then this whole group here is apparently a bus of folks that came. And then the other thing, and I don't have a lot of it here, what were these called, Jody? Razor clams?
Razor clams.
So these narrow shells that you see down here, you get over like where that lady's standing, she's on just a pile of them. There's just a ton of them out there. So, and then when you go back this way, we came through the gap right there. And it's sand dunes for probably a half a mile. They just keep going and going and going. And Jody was not expecting this much terrain. Like, it's crazy. I think the most terrain in all of the Netherlands is the
Right here.
half mile right at the beach. So, then we got some kites flying out here. And here's those razor clams I was describing. Just piles of them. I mean,
ChatGPT said this is a big pile of them.
so they here's what it looks like. These things are flat and they feel just like a shell, a seashell. So you can hear them crunching when we walk. But I'm telling you, you are not coming out and laying out and catching the big suntan in this beach. It is like 45 degrees out here at the coast. And that water, well, let's just see what that water's like a second. See if I can get a little touch on it. Oh yeah, that's cold. That's cold water. So, have now touched the North Sea. Okay, so we're here in the town of Gouda, yes, just like the cheese, and just wanted to first show you where I parked. So there's the canal. This is our rental car, this Mercedes. You can see they run it with a pretty high risk here. You got to make sure you got your game on. So then I'm going to walk up here and give you just a kind of a view. Jody's waiting for me up here. We were going to eat at this Irish pub. We talked to a very nice gentleman who told us the cool stuff here in town. We went downtown, checked it out, bought ourselves some Gouda cheese, as everybody needs to. And now we're going to find a restaurant to eat. Unfortunately, the Irish place was full, so we'll go downtown and in that. So they have a beautiful town hall that's being refurbished downtown. It's got the red and white shutters. Here's a beautiful church you can see. We went to a couple different churches, but none of them were open. The whole town, it's not like Amsterdam that stays open forever. This town, 5 o'clock, everything but restaurants and bars shuts. So we are gonna walk back down to the square, and there seem to be plenty of outdoor seating places there. Grab our bite to eat, and you can see ahead, it's my beautiful wife of 30 years, Jody, awaiting my return. So here we go.